Hi, it's Melissa from Woods Garden Design. It's January 2026, and I thought I'd share with you what I do, both at home in my own gardens and when I'm creating gardens for clients. So you can join me on one of the three series I'll be creating in the greenhouse, in the study, and today in the garden. Please do like and subscribe if that's your thing, and get me in the comments if you think I could do better, because gardeners never stop learning. On that note, I'm in Kent, the Garden of England, which means I'm serving climate realness and Anglo-Indian honesty. If you're sensitive to swearing or never want to see mistakes and how to fix them, I'm not your girl. Today I'll be showing you how and why I'm cleaning and relocating bird boxes. So let's get some bits together and crack on. So we're going to have a bucket of hot water, and into that we're going to add this hairdryer. No, just joking, please don't do that. We're not going to mention this manufacturer since Brexit, so he's naughty, leave him alone. And we are also going to be using harsh chemicals. No, we're not really. I'm just trolling you, but if you can name this compound, you get a prize, which is in the post. It's just literally oxy bleach or sodium percarbonate. So it's just an agitating compound, absolutely safe for the environment and for wildlife. So this is the only thing I'm going to be using. It's not to get the thing pristinely clean, but because these bird boxes are actually made of a composite material of recycled timber and concrete, there's obviously little holes that pests, parasites like red spider mites, which can obviously be quite harmful to little chicks. So we want to use the hot water and this product to just help clean it. Now I'm using my henchman ladder, which is great, but I usually use it for hedge cutting, and I am only 5'6", so it was a struggle to actually reach these. I probably will need to get Mr. Woods to come and help me. On that note, when you are mounting bird boxes directly into a tree, make sure you use aluminium nails so that you don't cause disease to set into the tree. These boxes are great, by the way, as I said, because of the materials that they're made out of. They are very, very well insulated. And then, as I say, they are very heavy, though. I'm really pleased about this, and I'll tell you why. I wasn't sure if I was going to find a dead baby in it, because there was one little guy. You can see this little lovely little moss nest that's going in my compost, so nothing gets wasted. But there was a little guy last year who I wasn't entirely sure if he'd made it out of the 5 or 6 chicks that had hatched from the Blue Tit's nest that was in here. Anyway, we're just going to scrape all this stuff out. You can use a brush. I'm just using these marigolds because I don't want my scent to be left on the bird box. Because birds have got a very good sense of smell, so we want them to just come back. They will probably be the same pair. There he is. There's my little guy, calling for his parents because he was the last one out, and they were not interested at all. So anyway, we've got marigolds on. Let's get this stuff in the water. It's quite a good agitator, and hopefully we'll get into the nooks and crannies. I didn't have the ability to measure the birdhouse before I got it down to this big one. Didn't quite fit in the bucket very easily, and it was really heavy. So anyway, it got soaked enough. That's fine. And we can just give it a rinse and a quick sort of scrape and get any sort of remaining dirt out of there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then obviously the door. The door part actually is scratched because they do tend to use scratching as a communication to themselves and other birds. So that does need a little bit of a dunk. And then it's literally a case of drying them. Now, because I know that the mating pair has come back to claim this house already, and it's only January, and they were here a couple of weeks ago, I had been meaning to clean it out, but thanks to climate change, the birds are very confused, and they didn't leave it until late October, and they are already back in it. Just really for the cold weather. This is this sodium percarbonate fizzing away, and I'm just using this hairdryer to, as you can see, get it as dry as I can. And because it is partially concrete, it holds the heat and it dries out really, really well. It's absolutely well insulated, which is why it did such a good job for the chicks. Very easy to put back together, and it's really, really strong. So that's going to go back up. I found it a bit easier just to blow the heat inside once it was shut. Yeah, Mr. Woods had to help me here because, as you can see, even though he's 6'3", it was still hard for him to reach up and line it up. Just a quick point, you can see the difference in the whole shape. Now these are for blackbirds, thrushes, but I think I'm going to try it with a robin. There is a whole story about that. The robin at the beginning of this video is Mrs. Bosch. We will see her in other videos because she will not leave my garden and she is amazing. So this is now being mounted lower because I think if she wants to use it, she's going to want something that's only a few feet off the ground as opposed to the Blue Tit. Anyway, so that was my video. If you need to ask anything about that, please do in the comments and I will be with you shortly.